Hello, everybody. Welcome to a neat little fun conversation I wanted to have today with a great YouTube buddy of mine that you won't be able to hear because I haven't unmuted him yet. Now he's unmuted. Mr. Mairuzukage, who he and I haven't done an actual video or anything like that for a long-ass time, but he was in some fun just tourneys and Among Us charity that was still so beautiful. And we're going to talk about a crap ton of 2020 anime. And Miles, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. This is very exciting to me because this is a neat little test run for just a good time to like chat with people. And I was kind of like talking with Marzu before this stream that just be fun to have neat topics to talk with people over, have an excuse to do. And it's an opportunity to gush about just anime from this year. That was our favorites, some disappointments. I kind of have like a notes sheet for us, but honestly, this is very unscripted. We just have like a basis of what we're talking about. Yeah. So, yeah. But I don't even know where to begin, man. I do kind of, I don't know, if there's anything you want to say, because I feel like you've seen more than me. I have a theory, though. I want you to confirm this. Do you think I watched more shonen than you this year? I don't think so.
Shonen.
Shonen specifically, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I know that you are a fan of Boku no Hero, so I mean... Yeah,
which wasn't around this year. That wasn't around this year.
I don't know if you're watching the new stuff. So we're going to find out.
I'm gonna already spoil. I haven't been.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure you might actually have me beaten Shonen because I actually have been checking out all this new stuff, and that's why that's the other reason I'm happy to have you, because if it's just me, I don't feel proud of like the amount of anime I watched this year. So I'm like, cool. Miles and I will balance each other out. So that's great
for sure.
Right off the bat, I do want to know, is there anything you didn't watch this year that you're really curious about?
Well, yes. And that kind of also is what we have for our first little topic. I don't know if you want to save it, but...
We could hit it. We're hitting it.
We're hitting it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Anime I wish I saw. I wish I saw the new season of Haikyuu. I did not watch that.
It's so good.
I know.
It's so good.
I know. I love Haikyuu. I just...
Dude.
There's a lot going on this year, and I unfortunately did not get to see the new season of Haikyuu. I still want to check it out. I don't know when I will, but I definitely want to see that along with... I missed out on the Sword Art Online War of the Underworld Season 2.
Me too.
So, because I've seen the previous season, but didn't get to see that. Food Wars Season 5. And also How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 3.
Do you know how to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Well, it takes an insane amount of skill, my guy. But unfortunately, yeah, it's basically a lot of continuations that I did not get the chance to miss out on. But Haikyuu is definitely one of them that I'm like, why haven't you checked it out yet? You know,
that's probably the one I'm the most angry at you. How far did you watch in Haikyuu?
I haven't watched any. Well, like of Haikyuu in general.
Like in general.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched everything, but I guess it's called To the Top Season 2. I've seen season 1. It's basically
season 4, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just haven't watched the fall season of Haikyuu. So.
Okay. I mean, that's not too bad because, to be honest, I have plug into Patreon. You join our Discord, but we have like a Haikyuu channel in there, and I've been telling people how painful that is to watch week by week, and it's not as fun because when the tournaments are going down, it's like I'm not a binge watcher, but it's like I can't wait a week to watch the next one. I'm for some reason at the edge of my seat more than like seeing people fight for their lives in that show. I don't know why.
Haikyuu just hypes you up. It hypes you up.
Yeah, it is. I have an entire like video essay I want to do about it. Really quick before I share mine, like the things I wish I watched, I just want to shout out people that are here: Hannah, Capone, A Blue, Inagumi, and Madsen and Cerez. Thank you guys very much for coming by. And anybody that watches the replay, leave your comments of things you wish you watched this year. For me, I got a few movies and a few shows, but Digimon Adventure: The Last Evolution.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You remember that was a thing this year? Like I was like,
Yeah.
I want to watch this, but I haven't watched Digimon Try yet, so I feel like I need to watch that before I watch that. So,
yeah.
There was a Violet
pretty good,
Evergarden
too.
movie. It was, yeah. I haven't heard anything about it, but there was a Violet Evergarden movie as well. I'm interested in that because I did enjoy the show. Demon Slayer's movie. That's a thing. That
Yes.
apparently is like the biggest movie in Japan ever now. I don't know. It's something, or it passed Spirited Away, something like that. There was A Whisker Away, which I think is a Netflix thingy.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check that out.
Yeah, it is. If it's
That
on
looked
Netflix,
interesting.
I don't see why we haven't. But the shows is Fire Force season 2. I have not watched it yet.
Okay.
I don't know if you have. Have you?
I've seen only a couple episodes of season 2.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched any. I just keep seeing snippets, and I'm like, oh, Maki.
I got you. Maki greatness.
This was something this year. Have you seen Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out?
Uzaki-chan. Oh no, I heard about it, but yeah, I got kind of weirded out from the timeline on social media. So I just see everybody. Yeah, I heard interesting things about it, but then I don't know. It's a whole spiel, you know how
Okay.
fans can be.
Okay.
But
I
didn't check it out.
the only reason I bring that show up is because like I have this way, like, fun fact, if you ever want to get me to watch a show, I watch clip after clip on YouTube, and I'm like, I should just watch it. Like, and that's something that Uzaki did. I kept watching clip after clip. I'm like, why don't I just watch it? And I still haven't. And Rent a Girlfriend, I did not watch that. So
Yes. Chizuru, best girl.
okay.
Well,
We're getting.
okay, well, actually, we'll get into that later.
I was gonna say we're getting to that later, but I guess
but-
that means you watched it. So
Rent a Girlfriend was. I thought it was good. Good.
I hear. I love Giguk's video about it, where it's like it has the best girl of all time in a show that's fine.
Yeah, that's the greatest way to sum it up.
Okay. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff we did see, and I don't want to really list all of them because we're aiming, if you're in the stream or watching, well, if you're watching the video, you know how long it was, but we're aiming for around an hour here, maybe a little bit under or less, but that's what we're aiming for. So obviously we won't be able to talk about everything we saw, but I do want to kind of kick off a little portion before I have kind of like these categories. It's like the Maruzu and Kibiji / Westside Otaku Awards, where we're like, okay, this is our most underrated anime of the year. This is, or like underwatched, as I like to call it. This is our like potential anime of the year. This is our favorite action. Maybe this is a favorite moment. This is a favorite rom-com. You know, we'll have some few like specifics that we'll hit. But just a moment to kind of have overall highlights, and I do want to see the chat and comments say this too. What's some highlights of yours this year? Like, this is an opportunity to just kind of like, before we get into specifics and to find out what our true like top things were. What's just like what's some things that stood out to you this year? Maybe like a couple or 5. I don't know.
Me in general, or the chat?
You. Well, the chat
me?
too,
All right.
but we're
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay, well, putting me on the spot here. All right, so
It's kind of why I'm putting you on the spot, because I want to see like what comes to your mind when I ask you that.
we got the conclusion of Snaifu season. Well, excuse me. The conclusion in general of Snaifu, My Teen Romantic Comedy. I don't know if you watched that.
Is that is the main guy like the gray hair? Not gray hair. I think I know what you're talking about.
Hachiman.
And it's been long awaited, right? Like for some reason,
Yes.
it's just okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I have not
It's a
seen
really
it.
good rom-com, and
Yeah.
man, it's come a long way as a series, and that man, I loved it. That was great. For as a rom-com, I think that was great. And we also got the return of Re:Zero.
Dude, we'll share that really quick. We'll share this really quick. Yeah, Re:Zero came back. Yeah. After 4 years? It was 2014, I think. So like 5 or 6. Yeah. Jesus. Holy crap. Which there was OVAs and some neat chibi stuff, but yeah. Sorry, you said some of the history?
Oh, I was just gonna say I had a weird history of Re:Zero before. Like when that first came out, at first I wasn't feeling Re:Zero at all, and then I eventually I wasn't a fan of it at all. Around episode 16, when it was seasonally coming out, a couple buddies of mine tried to say, "Hey, give it one more shot," and I started from the beginning, went from there, and now I'm a fan. So initially I wasn't, which is funny.
It's interesting you say that because like the first episode or two of that show got me so hooked because I was like, I love The Edge of Tomorrow. Okay. I love The Edge of Tomorrow. I want to. I just like the concept so much. So yeah, I'm just happy to see it back. But it definitely didn't. I have a review about this, and it just part 1 didn't grab me as much as season 1 did so far. People say that it could be like a Steins Gate situation where like the first few episodes, don't worry, it's gonna pay off. And I'm like, I'm just saying, part 1 alone, I'm like, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. So
I think I can agree with that. I can agree with that because
there's just
you had a lot
so
of
much
stuff
suffering with no results. So much suffering with no results. Season 1, there was like portions. You have like a couple episodes of suffering and then an episode or 2 of victory, you know, but there's no victory in season 2.
There's none. Nothing is looking good for Zubu.
None at all, dude. It's bad. So I don't mean the show bad. I mean like situation bad. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if
Attack on Titan's back too.
Dude.
Yo.
Dude. Yeah,
and we got Kaguya-sama.
Yeah. Oh, Kaguya-sama. We're gonna get into that in the rom-com category for sure. But off the top of my head, I do want to say Kaguya is like comedy of the year potentially for me. I freaking loved that show's comedy is so freaking great. I love it.
Yeah. I remember
good laughs.
I think it took me a little bit for Kaguya to really start like showing its true colors in like season 1. Because like I think I watched the first couple of episodes and I was like, okay, this is all right. But after episode 3, I was like falling in love with the show. It was just so funny.
Yeah. That's how I felt too. Like that's funny. We shared that because in the first season, I thought the narrator was too much. It was just way too much. But it has this way of just making fun of things that we find funny, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. And I love that. And the pink-haired girl, I always forget her name, but there's specifically an episode where Soren. Yeah. She's like wearing the sunglasses.
I just forgot her name.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember her name. But and like you said, Attack on Titan, man, that you go for a second with that, dude.
Attack on Titan.
Watch it.
Watch it. Just watch it.
Watch it. Get caught up right now.
I can't say for certain. Since I'm not a manga reader. But anime of the year,
dude.
I can't say it right now. I mean, we're only. But
see, and I thought that was the tricky situation. It's like it's only 3 episodes in, so I don't think we can really say that.
But exactly. So it's like I don't know what is entailed, but my friend who has read the manga, he has said that I don't know. We just have to wait and see because like he keeps on putting me on edge, and he's like, dude, you got to get ready for it. It's gonna be amazing.
You gotta get ready for it. I don't. Yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm really excited because I hope though that this is like part 1 because I keep seeing these things about like it's supposed to be 16 episodes. I'm like, dude, there's too much to hit in 16 episodes. But then again, the first 3 episodes I feel like was a lot of world building and character building, so maybe, I don't know. But
yeah. I know that there's a lot going on because the change of studio and all that. So
yeah. I want to give a shout out to a show. I mean, we already mentioned it, but I want to give a shout out to Haikyuu because I freaking love it.
Yes.
And I want to do a video essay on it, and season 4 is just continuing the crap I love. And they changed the art style of the show too. And it's interesting. And at first it was a little bit jarring to me, but over time I'm actually like, I think I like it more. But
okay.
Yeah, it's just so damn entertaining, and it does what Haikyuu does, which is like, here's a bit of training, and then here's a tournament. And they do that because you want to get attached to the characters and see them grow before they go into official shit to be more into it. Yeah. Freaking loving Haikyuu, man. But it was hard to watch that one by one. It was really hard.
Week by week, yeah. I get that.
Yeah. But there's a few other things that I could bring up, but a part of me does kind of want to get into the categories. But one I don't know will come up is, did you watch Sing yesterday?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of that?
Okay,
specifically, chat, the full title is Sing Yesterday for Me. That's the full title if you're interested. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. In my personal opinion, I like the show. I know that like towards like probably about halfway, the show kind of got a little, I guess, controversial on how I guess the main character was acting. But in terms of like, you know, like who he wants to go with and all this and just his actions in general. But to me, like, I'm more of like the type of guy that is like, you know what? I like it when I see characters act like this because it shows their human side. They're making stupid actions, you know? Sure. So it's like, I don't know. In my personal opinion, I thought it was a good show and it had a pretty good ending, in my personal opinion. It wasn't probably the most amazing thing. But yeah, I mean, at times it was a little, I guess, questionable as to what our main character was actually thinking, saying, and acting towards the later half. And I know a couple of my buddies who were watching the show, they kind of like started to lose interest in it toward that section. But
yeah, it's not a show that's gonna constantly hook you. It definitely has its own kind of pace, and I kind of like that
for sure. For sure. But I just like the whole concept of, you know, college students trying to go through life and overcome their, you know, obstacles and whatnot that they face and whatnot.
Sure.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's funny for me. I think we'll differ on this one because I have a full video about it, so people can check that out. But just the nutshell is, I thought it was super promising, actually. Like the first 2 episodes, I was like, I got similar feels to Tsukigakure, and the only reason I say that is because I was like, this feels organic. This doesn't feel like there's a lot of chibi moments or like weird faces or exaggerated circumstances. It just felt real, and I was like, I like that. Yeah,
that's what I feel about it too. I thought it was like, you know, real, like the characters felt relatable, and you know, it had almost in a sense real life situations. So it's like, yeah, you might not like what the characters are doing, saying, thinking, whatnot, but it's like that's kind of like what makes us human, you know? We can't always have a show showing the, I guess, the good side. I mean, we can, but I mean, then we can't really relate to the characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I actually was like, I don't like this ending. But not necessarily because of the choice, but I was just like, I feel like we're missing an episode here because it was like instant. Yes. So yeah, without saying anything, but if you've seen it, you know exactly what I mean. So
I can agree with that because actually I think they released 2 episodes in OVA fashion after the conclusion. So.
But any hoozle, I want to hit some of these like specific topics because it might trigger like other things that we haven't mentioned yet, and then maybe bring back some things we already have. But a really quick fun question, and this goes to the chat and everybody. I put up a poll earlier for one of my favorite debates to have with people. Who was best girl of 2020? Miles and I like had a little bit before this, and he just like basically gives it away. I'm like, I mean, I understand. I said earlier I did not watch Rent a Girlfriend, but I assume that's everybody's.
I meant in the show Rent a Girlfriend. So I have actually somebody else.
Ooh, hold the phone. Wait,
else.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I meant in the show Rent a Girlfriend. Chizuru is best girl, but in terms of the year all around, drumroll, please.
Oh,
can I say it?
Yeah.
Toru Honda.
Let's go! High five! High five! Dude, let's go! Toru Honda.
Yes.
Heck yeah, man!
Yes.
That's mine. That's totally mine. But that's
okay.
But
nice.
It's kind of cheap though. To be honest, it's a little bit cheap because Toru is like, she's almost too good. You know?
Yeah, and she's an angel, man.
She is, and it's like she's cute and she's sweet and she's
Caring.
not like perfect though, like because she's completely oblivious to some things, and she is a dunce sometimes and stuff, and she but it's almost like too unfair. That's my one like con with her, but she is my best girl of the year. But I don't know. I didn't expect us to agree on that because I feel like the unanimous best girl from what I hear is Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend, who's the main girl. I thought for a second you were about to go the blue-haired girl. Because I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen the show, but I keep seeing clips of her, and I'm like, I don't know why I like her. So I don't know.
That's funny. That's funny.
Fun fact though, there was a poll I put up earlier. I don't know, maybe I can put it on my screen right here. I put up a poll to like my community just before this stream. And they're saying, I guess Echidna is like the overwhelming thing. But keep in mind, this is my community and I've assembled a lot of ReZero lovers. So yeah.
ReZero is very popular compared to Fruits Basket as well.
Yes, and that's the other thing. It's like people might not have watched Fruits Basket and stuff, but Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend and Toru Honda were the runner-ups, so that's a thing. But yeah, Echidna was like the overwhelming thing, being the Church of Echidna, so that's the thing. I give credit to my buddy Titus for that one, which Echidna's great. I like all the girls on the list, and fun fact, kind of bringing it back to Sing Yesterday. Did you find Haru or I forget her name, the girl that the guy goes for the show?
Did I like her?
I found the short-haired girl cuter personally, and she cuts it pretty early on, so that's not a spoiler. But when she goes like short, I love it. Yeah, she looks cute to me. But
that's the thing about Sing Yesterday for me. It's like, I like you, but I like you. I don't know. So, but
okay, so we both agree on Toru, and I guess my community is Echidna, but I honestly blame that just because it's my community. So, but a fun hypothetical one that I didn't bring up before this.
Okay.
Any nominations for best boy?
I didn't even think about that.
So we always talk about best girl, but. No homo, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to simmer on this one.
I'm sorry. For best girl, I personally want to give a shout out to in Kaguya Love is War. I loved Miko. She's like the new character with the brown hair, the smaller one. I think she's adorable. Me personally, but but yeah, for best boy, I'll throw some of my nominations out there.
Okay.
Luffy and Zoro were badasses this year in One Piece. Just gonna say that. And they have like new duds in animation in this new arc, so just gonna say Luffy and Zoro potentially. Haida from Agresco. Now, I'm not a furry, but I'm just saying Haida was the hero of season 3. Kyo and Yuki from Fruits Basket, obviously. If I had to pick one, Yuki, probably my pick for the year, to be honest, just because that man has such good he has the best character development in the entire show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Sure.
But Kyo's the hotter one, but whatever. And finally, every single boy from Haikyuu. There you go.
Oh yeah, you got to give props to the my underdog boy is it Yamaguchi? I think it's Yamaguchi, right?
Which one is it?
The guy, I think it's Yamaguchi. He's the guy with the light green hair, and he spiked it up and he made like an awesome kind of thing in the last season. Like,
this is from Haikyuu?
This is from Haikyuu.
Light green. Green?
Like dark green. I think it's Yamaguchi. I could be wrong. Yamaguchi,
I don't recall dark green or green in general with any characters.
Let me just make sure.
I'm curious now.
It is Yamaguchi. Hold on. I'll put it in the little Discord if I can.
Is it white and black hair?
No. This guy. It looks kind of green. I guess you can call it black, but this guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see the picture now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's cool.
He's my
He's
underdog,
literally
you know what I mean?
He's literally the underdog. Yeah. For those that have seen Haikyuu, he's the pitch server. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
That tries to make the loopy ball. Yeah. He's always the underdog.
Great in Haikyuu.
Yeah. Every character is. Even the teams that the main characters go against. Yeah. If I had to pick somebody, I'd say Yuki, because that boy he has so much damn character development, and he's sweet at the same time too. That's my picks. I don't know if you have any.
That's the thing. I would pick Yuki, but just to kind of, I guess, make it a little different. Like, so many oh my god. But I don't. This is a tough one. This is honestly a tough one. I mean, my boy. No, I don't know if I could say that. See, I was gonna say Hachiman from Snaifu season 3, but because he made a lot of character development in this season, so that's why I'll probably just throw him out just to be a little different. But I do agree with Yuki.
Okay. All right. Well, with those out of the way, let's get into some of these categories for topic points. Chat. Feel free to answer this and also leave a comment of this question, as well as your best girl and boy. But, Mr. Maruzu,
yes.
What do you think was your least favorite or most disappointing anime of the year?
Okay. Now,
this might not mean you hate it. If you do hate it, that you put it. That's fine. But like, if just something you want to mention.
Does this count if the anime came out last year as well, but it's still currently airing?
Like, has it been running throughout the entire year?
Yeah, this has at least 150 episodes. Yeah.
If it's still if it's like been running from start of the year to the end of the year, I'd say yeah.
All right.
So it's been disappointing you lately, then potentially. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Boruto.
Yo.
Now, I'm a huge Naruto fan. If anybody doesn't know me, but I'm a huge fan of Naruto. But Boruto, we have 150 episodes out. There's been some really good moments. I'm not gonna lie, in Boruto. Wow. There's been some good moments in Boruto, but lately it's been pretty much almost all filler. And there's a new opening. I know, right? There's a new opening, and I shouldn't even say that. There's been several openings that have revealed stuff that haven't even happened in the show yet.
Oh, like big reveals, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of a little bit on that. I know the manga is good, but yeah. Okay. I mean, the only reason why I'm watching it is because I'm a big Naruto fan, and I know that Boruto is just.
Sorry, did you say you were reading it too?
No. I know that the manga is good. Okay. I haven't personally read it though. But yeah, it's been disappointing me lately. See like good stuff happen to it, you know. But I mean, it's kind of my fault for putting up with it in the first place.
Okay.
So,
I think I kind of got like I got my worst anime of the year and my like I'm most disappointed by. I mean, it's not really. It's just I just gonna mention it briefly. I'll like follow your note there with like Boruto and everything.
Yeah.
This is just kind of like I wouldn't say it's disappointing, but just like kind of a little bit like I was underwhelmed and I wanted to like it more. Burn the Witch. Burn the Witch is it's they basically made it like a three episode thing or 4 episodes, I can't remember what, or it's just a movie that's from the creator of Bleach. It's from the creator of Bleach. And it's like the first time in years you get to see Kubo's character designs get animated and shit. I'm like, oh my God. And but that's just because like Bleach is one of my favorite animes of all time, if not the most. And so I don't know, like it was kind of disappointing how fast it seemed rushed and stuff, but
were you just waiting for more episodes or?
No. I think they could have told a neat first arc, if you will, but there was just so much. There was a lot of lore thrown at your face. There was a lot of lore, and it's kind of like too much to take in over the course of what's basically a little bit over an hour. So. Maybe if it just had one more episode, I wouldn't have been as underwhelmed. It was still neat. I think like the lore, like the world building's really cool in it. But for sure my least favorite anime of the year, Friends and Family. Do not. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll like it, but do not go to. No. I'm just saying, do not go to Netflix and watch a little anime called Japan Sinks 2020.
I heard about that. I heard about that. Yeah.
I hated it. I rarely say hate on things. And it's funny because I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks good. And the first episode, I'm like the first episode, it legitimately tells the story I wanted to see the entire show be. And so the rest of the show, they don't even show what's in the trailer, which is cool, you know, it's because you don't know what's coming. But it's like everything, like, is it a mild spoiler to say that most of this show is after the earthquake? And it's, oh my God, it's just so dragged out. I don't care about any of the characters, and the animation gets so weird sometimes. I don't know, but
so is it? It's mainly like a narration.
No. It's a journey. It's a journey following a group of characters and stuff. But yeah, I just didn't care for it. I really didn't. If anybody else did, great. But I hated that show so much. It was a struggle to watch the whole thing. The only reason I watched the whole thing is because I had it like in dub on Netflix, just playing while I did dishes and stuff, so I could just say I finished it. But yeah, I see Hannah just acknowledging that. But anyways, any other disappointments of yours before moving on?
Disappointing.
I mean, we got a lot to hit, so don't worry. But
I know it's just it's crazy because I've just seen so many shows that it's hard to keep up with now. I don't know. I might have to come back to it if possible, but
let's move on then.
Alrighty.
Okay, so this next one, I want to say underappreciated, underrated, underwatched. What's an anime this year that you wish more people would watch? Like, it's not something mainstream. It's something small or not many people talked about, or you wish more people talked about. You could go to your friends and be like them talking to you about it. What's up?
Fruits Basket. I don't think enough people watch Fruits Basket, in my personal opinion. And it doesn't get the recognition it deserves. It's a great story. It's a remake of an older show in which I never really got to see. I mean, I probably saw it back in Toonami days. Maybe. I don't know.
We saw snippets, but we never actually watched the whole thing. Yeah,
exactly. And I honestly thought this was a remake, and it had a lot of character development with the characters and introduced me to Best Girl of the Year. So, I mean, there was just a lot. I mean, it does have its little slowdown moments. I personally think there was some slowdown moments, but those moments make up for it because the character development in this show, once you learn about the backstory and all that of some of them, it's so good. And it's just a really good story overall. I thought Fruits Basket, It's an underappreciated show, in my personal opinion. Not enough people have watched it, and I think more people should give it a shot because everybody knows what ReZero is. But hey, if you haven't checked out Fruits Basket, try to give it a shot.
No, that's a prime example. Look at that poll where it's like I feel like there's a lot. I got like somebody in my community. I was kind of like back and forth in our Discord before this, and it was just like, I'm just saying, Echidna's great, but I'm like, have you watched Fruits Basket though? And exactly. That's the thing. Like I didn't really think about that. Like I would agree with you that I feel like not enough people watch Fruits Basket. But yeah, it's an important show. It really is. Like there's a lot of emotional shit that they hit in that show that people will resonate with, like a lot. So, and again, I think Yuki is one of the most compelling characters in that show for many reasons, because he actually does crap about the things that he's struggling with. For me, I would say, and I have a feeling like every girl is watching Fruits Basket, just no guy is, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's... But I think something that's really underwatched and talked about is, I mentioned this briefly earlier, Agresco. And this year they had Agresco season 3. It's on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, like everybody does, you can watch it. And the seasons are short. They really are. They breeze by. You could probably watch each of them as like a movie. It's kind of like Ruby in that way. Another underrated show. And yeah, Agresco season 3 is I would say what I feel is the underwatched show of this year. And the thing I love about it is somewhat similar reasons to Fruits Basket, where these are just very real circumstances that these characters are dealing with. But it's under this facade of like, look at this, like simple 2D drawing of these animals in an office and doing stuff. Is this Zootopia? I'm not a furry. Like it's under this weird facade when you just look at it. But when you watch it, it is the most real show I have ever seen. Like, and I don't mean that in like a emotional way, but I mean like it just hits like, you got bills to pay. You got passions that you're not investing into anymore. You got relationship problems. You got all these real life things that this show like just straight up does, but it's just under this weird looking facade. So Agresco season 3 is my shout out this year that I wish more people watched. So you haven't seen it yet, have you?
I have not seen Agresco.
Case
I'm not.
Point proven.
I am not.
Point proven.
I got another one for you though. I got nothing.
We're supposed to just say one.
Just one.
But
all
fine.
right, I'll save mine for later. Then.
Lightning round. Go.
Our honorable mentions count, like, or is that a different tier we could do?
I mean, you just speed one out. I do want to move on though, but go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. I was gonna say B stars.
Yeah, was that this year though?
Yeah.
I feel like it was in Japan last year, and then maybe this year we got like the Netflix.
Oh yeah, we got it in March. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe
I think that's what.
But if it does count through that, then yeah, I would. Yeah, totally. B stars is another one for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll go with it.
Okay, so I want to move on to some highlights of ours. Speaking of Fruits Basket, rom-com of the year. Shoujo, romance. I feel like every romance is usually a romantic comedy, except for Tsukigakure, but that's probably not true. But yeah, just any romantic comedies that kind of stood out to you this year. I want to kick this one off and say, as much as I love Fruits Basket, I think Fruits Basket season 2, specifically season 2 for this year, that was maybe what I resonated with most. But like my most respected is Kaguya Love is War season 2. It started off kind of like, I was like, okay, this is cool. But then like over time, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Because they hit some big character beats towards the second half of that. And I was like, I came here to laugh. What's this deep shit? So I would say those are my two, Kaguya Love is War and Fruits Basket. Both of those for season 2s this year. And hopefully both of them season 3 this next year. So
for sure.
Those are my two. What do you think?
I think I would agree with you on Kaguya. I really liked Kaguya this year. But I would probably also say what I mentioned kind of before was Snafu season 3. Like,
yeah,
a big fan of that. So
yeah,
big fan of that.
Which the full title of that is like teenage romance something, right?
My teen romantic comedy.
Okay. Yeah. See, I haven't seen that one yet, so and
give it a shot, man. One day.
yeah. No, I legitimately just started. I forgot I wanted to start with this, but like I legitimately just started Tada Never Falls in Love just because I was like, I want to watch something like just a quick romance thing, and maybe I should have started Snaifu instead. How long is it? Question mark. How long is it?
Snaifu.
Yeah.
I think each season is about 12 episodes.
How many seasons is there?
There's 3 seasons. Season 1 might actually be a little longer though because of the fact that it was made by a different studio. So no. Season 1 had 13 episodes. Season 2 should have like about 12 to 13 as well. So they're about the same. Yeah.
Okay. So we shouted out Kaguya Love is War season 2, Fruits Basket season 2, and the conclusion to I always mess up the name. You say it.
My teen romantic comedy, Snaifu.
There you go. So I guess those will be our 3 that we'll mention. And I didn't have this written down, but I just briefly want to address kind of like action.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is there like any show that really impressed you in terms of action this year? Because I feel like you would have more to say than me here.
Action of the year so far, in my personal opinion, Juijutsu Kaizen has stand out.
I knew that was gonna come up.
I hope you're watching it.
I'm not. Here's the deal with me and shonens. I get so scared to watch them. I just watched Demon Slayer like 2 or 3 months ago or something, and it's because I get scared. I don't want to get sucked into some long-term commitment.
I gotcha.
So,
oh man,
it's because I respect them. I know it's gonna be good. That's why I avoid it. So, but go ahead, Jujutsu.
I was just gonna say Jujutsu Kaisen's been just doing a awesome job visually and just like the direction. Mappa is the studio behind it.
Same studio that's handling Attack on Titan's final season 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. And I read. I'm a manga reader, so I'm not gonna say anything. But from what they have adapted into it, like they have been making each and one of the fights like so good. Like, man, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't like not talk about the fights because I mean it's a very active show. So I mean it's probably not in the same vein as like something like Boku no Hero where like you have Midoriya like thinking about things. It's a lot of like
it's a lot more action based.
A lot more action based. So people might say, oh, there's not much of a story there, but I mean. If you just want to like sit down, watch an anime, and have a good time with it, Jujutsu Kaisen is the anime.
Yeah.
So,
which it's funny you mentioned that. So I'll chime in a little bit here. And I figured that was going to come up because I have had my community shout that show out all the time to me, and they're just like, "Have you watched it? Have you watched it?" It's a new Demon Slayer. They were getting at me with Demon Slayer last year, and this year it's like Jujutsu. But what was it? I forgot that technically we're still in season 4 of My Hero Academia this year. I completely forgot about that, but we were like that was the beginning of the year. So, but I don't know. I not too much I want to shout out because all the awesome stuff in my opinion was like just before New Year's hit. But anyways, I think the main thing I would shout out, and this is kind of a boring answer, is One Piece, and I'm gonna mention it because I'm a One Piece anime watcher. I have not read the manga, and it sometimes pains me that I don't. But there's just some things I like to experience through anime. And one of those things I get to experience through One Piece is they entered the Wano arc towards the end of last year, and that's all we've been dealing with this year. And Toei Animation kind of went through the roof with a few things. Like, there's legitimately, like, if you just look up Zoro fight scenes, because you know who Zoro is, right? Yeah. First off, have you been watching One Piece this year?
I haven't.
Okay. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just, if you literally just YouTube Zoro fight scenes from 2020, they are looking so good. Like, I don't know why his scenes specifically, they just go nuts with. Like, and Luffy's been in some cool stuff too this year. Specifically, he has a big fight with a very powerful dude that I won't spoil, but yeah, just, I don't want to shout out the action in that show, just more so Toei Animation with their animation just going through the roof sometimes and reminding me why I struggle to leave the anime. So, yeah, that'll be my shout out.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, let's hit this. Mr. Mairuzukage.
This one's gonna be hard. Yes, sir.
What would you say was your anime of the year?
This is gonna be so hard because it could have been Haikyuu if I finished it.
Interesting. Huh?
It could be Attack on Titan, but we're only 4 episodes in.
Right. I would love to say Attack on Titan, but I feel bad. Like
something that is finished. Man.
Or even just like majority through its season. You could even say like Kaguya Love is War season 2. You know, you could say that if you want. Yeah.
Okay. Man. There's just
or
so
take
many.
A cop-out answer like One Piece. One Piece's Wano arc just really impressed you this year or something.
I gotcha.
Just anything that really, really like hit you this year.
Well, I'll definitely say. Oh no, that's more so an honorable mention. But
you can list like a couple here and maybe just decide once you say the couple.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just say like Haikyuu if I finished it. Attack on Titan, you know, once the 4 episodes are up. Juijutsu Kaisen I have been loving. Really big fan of that. But I mean, kind of like what I said before. I mean, Snaifu really, but so did Kaguya. So there's just so many, man. I'm sorry. I'm not good with anime of the years. But yeah, man. See, when you see a lot of shows, like
there's a
all
lot
of
to
them.
cycle through. Yeah.
Yeah.
I legitimately I went like on Wikipedia or something. I was just like looking at all the things that were released this year.
That's what I was doing. I was like, what can I think of anime of the year? I don't know. Yeah. You know. I mean, this is just more so like an audible mention. I don't know if I can say it. But I was just gonna say, this isn't necessarily anime of the year, but like Tower of God and God of High School got recognition this year.
Yeah,
you know, they're manhwas, not mangas. You know, they're Chinese comics that got made into anime, and I thought that was really cool. I wouldn't say that they're anime of the year, but that's just showing a little bit more diversity in our community, and I love that. So
totally forgot about Tower of God. Yeah. Well, so let me take a crack here, and maybe you'll have chosen yours, but it's funny because like I want to say Attack on Titan, but I'm like that's bullshit. It's only 3 episodes in. That's not fair. But I'm like, but I love. Okay, the first episode I just really liked, and then the 2 after that I'm like, oh, they're so good though.
Yeah, exactly.
But and I'm like so excited for what's coming. So, but maybe that just goes into like most anticipated. So because of that, it's tough for me too. I kind of, I definitely would shout out Kaguya Love is War season 2. Definitely love that, and Fruits Basket season 2. I like the first half a lot more than the second half, FYI, with the whole beach arc and stuff.
Okay,
but. Those 2 are my honorable mentions, but funny enough, you said if you finished it, it might be yours. I think my anime of the year is probably Haikyuu to the top. I think
honestly, dude, I have to watch it. I'm pretty sure, like, if we go back to finish the anime, I'm going to be like, I should have said
Yeah. Haikyuu to the
feeling
top,
about
man. It's like they changed. I think it's with the same studio. I could be wrong about that, but they changed the art style and it just looks great. And they had to take like a little break in between, and they're basically calling part 2 season 2 of To the Top. It's getting really confusing, but like nonetheless, I enjoyed both parts so freaking much. And there's so much character growth that Hinata specifically, if he is the main character, he's the main character, goes on. And the matches, man, the matches are dope. And they kind of end the season as well on a note that I'm like, I need season 5 right now. Like, please. And I'm not kidding. They ended on a note that I'm like, I'm not going to say how much of a cliffhanger, but it's like, I need to see this. So... if I say like complete package, I'd probably say Haikyuu to the top. I freaking loved this year. That's probably my anime of the year. And sort of gonna also mention like the underrated, underwatched. I'm just saying, just because it's a sports anime, that doesn't mean you'll not enjoy it. Just shouting that out there. So
for sure.
So with that, I don't know. Snaifu.
You know what? Let's go with Snaifu.
I think like I'm just like reading you this whole stream, but I feel like that's it. I feel like it's it. Like deep down, if you're like a Saw game.
Yeah, I know. Because you have to give an answer. You have to. Like, I mean, but basically what you said. I mean,
there's no good answer. You just say what you like. Yeah.
I mean, if I finished Haikyuu, it would definitely. I think I'm 95% certain on it. But I really enjoyed Snaifu. Where it's too early to say AOT right now, and Juijutsu Kaisen is like halfway done. We're I mean, because we're taking like a 2-week break, I guess, or whatever with Juijutsu Kaisen. But the next half of it is going to be really good. But what they have shown has been awesome. But if I am to do a definitive answer, it would probably be Snaifu, if I'm being honest.
Okay. And with that, we are not done. I want to squeeze in another 10 minutes here really quick, if you have the time.
Yes, sir.
We might go like 5 minutes over the hour mark, but I do want to hit. And I also want to know, so if you're watching this right now, leave a comment. What was your anime of the year? Best girl, best boy, rom-com, action, just regular comedy, I don't know, whatever. Same goes to the chat if you're watching. I'm like glancing at them, seeing some things. But what are you looking forward to most next year? I know you can like list things here. I don't want to like go into like deep reasons why for each. If you get an excuse to go deep into why for any, maybe it's like the one, but like just spitballing here. What are you looking forward to most next year?
Well, for something that's coming out on my birthday is called Gintama the Final.
Oh!
And
of course, that's you. Yeah. And it comes out on your birthday?
Yeah, it comes out on my birthday. Yeah.
All right. Fun fact to anybody watching this, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's like your all-time favorite anime, Gintama.
At this point, I would say so, yeah. At this point.
Yeah. That's your Bleach. That Bleach is
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, I mean, we're probably gonna have to wait a couple more months though to actually watch it, to get it translated. It's gonna come out Japan first. But yeah, definitely that one. And I'm really looking forward to Beastars season 2. Beastars season 2.
Yeah,
yes.
I forgot about that actually.
So
there's a lot I forgot. But like I looked at like some list of things. I'm like, I forgot a lot of these are happening soon. To Beastars, yeah.
And I think we're getting My Hero Academia back next year too.
Yeah, My Hero Academia season 5. I think that's in March or May, I want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally get to come back to that. It felt like we didn't have it this year, but again, we did. It was just at the beginning of the year. So
beginning of the year, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a couple others, but those are the 3 that I would say that I'm anticipating the most.
I mean, we kind of share one though, right? That's going on right now. Yeah.
Please fill me in a little bit more.
We've been saying it over and over. We're only 3 episodes in.
Oh, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, man. Attack on Titan, really at the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. Whether it is just 16 episodes or if 16 episodes is just part 1, that is for sure the one that we're going to freaking share, hands down.
The episodes that I have seen of that, I'm just like,
It's just building it up.
Yes.
It's just building the world of the characters, so when shit hits the fan, it's gonna hit it hard. So
yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
And it legitimately seems like that's gonna be either like next week or the week after for sure. But so that's for sure one of mine, just to see the final season unfold, or part 1 if it is part 1. One I definitely want to shout out is we're gonna go back to ReZero season 2, and
we are.
And actually just like a quick speed run of January, because January's crazy for me. Like, I don't know how many of these you're looking forward to, but January, we have, I feel like they're all within the same week too. They literally are. Next week is ReZero season 2 part 2, Promise Neverland season 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Promise Neverland comes back next week. I'm stoked for that shit. And a little anime, I don't know if you've seen this, Laid Back Camp season 2.
I have not. I heard good things about it though.
Coziest show you will ever watch. Like, literally, that is the one word to sum it up. Comfy. It's just comfy. It's so cozy and warm. That's it. But that's literally like those 3 are next week. Is ReZero season 2 part 2, Promised Neverland season 2, and Laid Back Camp season 2. I'm like, boy, shut the front door. But, and like you said, My Hero Academia season 5 comes back. I am very excited for One Piece's Wano arc to continue, because it's funny how that show is going. They're saying like there's acts now, so like, and they do it in the show. It's not like behind the scenes. In the show, they're like the conclusion to Act 1 of the Wano arc, and they literally just wrapped up Act 2, and I guess Act 3 is where like a lot of shiz is, like literally the biggest battle of One Piece is about to go down. So that's 2021. But the thing that I am looking forward to most next year, and I listed everything there: Attack on Titan, ReZero, Promised Neverland, Laid Back. What do you think it is?
I don't know for certain, but because I haven't really been up to date with the news, but Bleach coming back. Is Bleach coming back?
I think
I had to.
You know. I mean, so I was trying to pay attention to that too, because I was like, so if you couldn't understand Miles, he said Bleach. Bleach. If people saw, I told them there's 2 announcements that'll make me cry. If Ouran High School Host Club comes back, I will cry. And 2, if Bleach's anime adapts the final arc, which it never did. And earlier this year, they confirmed that, and there's a video of me shedding a literal tear to that shit. And I looked into it, and it's saying it's supposed to be 2021. Now, I don't know if COVID will set that back at all, but that's what they're saying. It's planned for 2021, and I don't know what my ritual is. I'm gonna like have a footstool or something, have like a wine and just sip it. I don't know. So that's mine.
That's pretty insane that both of our, like, I guess, favorite anime are coming out next year
in the same year. Yeah, in some way, whether it's a series or a movie. Yeah.
And I'm glad Bleach is coming back. I'm really glad Bleach is coming back.
It's gonna be so neat. I would send
you like messages saying, "Yo, dude, check this out."
And legitimately, I'm just like, I'm not gonna believe shit until I see the official. You remember this? I'm just like, because fun fact, we like banter offline and stuff, and I'm just like, I will not believe shit until I see Kubo himself or somebody from the media company, like, no, but they did. So I'm excited for that crap, man. Those are a few of our most anticipated, but I do want to give one more thing really quick. There's a patron thing that I'm gonna shout out here. I have a screen for it. Mr. Capone, he left a question for me, and I'll read it out loud. Capone says, Record of Ragnarok, getting a show next year, seeing God versus man, gonna be epic. And so thank you, Capone, for being a patron. Really appreciate that. I want to hit that really quick. Are you excited about this show? Because I saw the trailer once, and the concept looks dope to me. It looks really dope in terms of concept.
I heard about this one. I haven't checked out the trailer yet, though. So
the concept is basically like humans are going to fight gods in like a battle arena to determine like what is going to be the new age. So literally humans have to go like 1v1 on Rust with, I don't know, Thor, Zeus and shit. It sounds like pretty dope. It sounds badass. And then I got my buddy Tate, who reads a lot of manga. He's like, he sends me a trailer and he's like, let me give you a warning. And he's a very harsh critic. He's very cynical. He's like, this is one of the few mangas I'm going to tell you is 10 out of 10. You should keep your eyes on this.
I'm definitely looking forward to that then, because that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, could be
really cool.
We'll see. As long as it's not long.
Have you actually seen Vinland Saga?
What would you do if I said no? I know you want me to watch it.
Because that's coming out next year too. So I'm looking forward to that.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
it should be.
dope.
It should be.
Okay.
It should be.
I don't know. I'm so weird about the animes I watch. That could be another tired subject. I get spooked sometimes, but I do somewhat want to check that out. We'll see. That's another conversation for another time.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
But any hoozle, what would be your final thoughts and message to the chat if you had one about 2020 anime, and also where can they find you?
All right. Thank you guys for having me, Samurai Kiwi, as well. You can find me on my social media, YouTube and Twitter at Mairuzukage. And for the final message, I would say keep watching anime, stay healthy, and make 2021 better than this year in consistency and striving to be a better version of yourself. Yes.
What is this Tony Robbins situation? Just kidding. No, I love it. No, I agree. Totally. And yes, like you said, you can, I also have his channel in the description. You could check that out. But yeah, that will conclude this conversation about anime of 2020, and as well as a few of our thoughts on anime coming soon, aka next week. 3 of them, Jesus Christ. But please leave your thoughts on anime this year and what you're looking forward to. And thank you, Marizu, for joining me. And don't forget to be Geek Proud Awesome. And I will see you on Westside Otaku here, or Samurai Kiwi for gaming. We'll have a neat show tomorrow on there. So, toodles, guys. Bye.
Johnny.